Oh, hi. Thanks for watching my video. So fairly recently I did an experiment I've done several experiments where we just observe Sims, a house full of Sims, for a certain amount of hours. And I just kind of thought, I wonder what would happen if I put 10 children in one house with no adult supervision and just observed them for 24 hours. What would they do? What would happen? So, I have 10 children here, all with very different traits. And for the next 24 hours, they're going to be kept in this fairly large house. They've got a kitchen over here, so it would be interesting to see who assumes the role of chef of the house. They have a couple of bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, and they have a garden area that they can use to play as well. I did take the front door away, so they're pretty much locked in, so just to see what they do. They've got plenty of games, plenty of toys, plenty of opportunity to build skills, so it would be interesting to see who does build skills. They do have one adult if it's an emergency. This guy who just lives in this little box. But other than that, I'm not going to be controlling these Sims at all. They're just going to be left to their own devices. So I guess we'll just see what happens. I notice a couple of the girls have gone straight for the doll's house. And then we've got some kids playing Don't Wake the Llama. There's a few kids picking on each other, which is great. We like to see a little bit of bullying when it comes to observing children. This little guy here doesn't really like other children. He'd rather befriend the toys than talk to any of the other kids. Oh, Preston over here has decided to start doing some experimenting, so we might have the odd explosion or two. Maybe he'll start a fire. Be interesting to see how the kids handle that if a fire breaks out. Just one kid playing in the tent by himself. It's interesting to see which kids just hang out by themselves. Is he going to make a mess? It's interesting to see which kids just want to spend time on their own and which kids just go up and want to play with each other. These kids don't know each other, by the way. They're not family or anything like that. They're all strangers. I just saw a wave of negative interactions over here. So these guys, I guess, aren't getting on so well. Maybe they're arguing over the rules of the game. And we have our first child coming to play outside. Who's this? Oh, it's Princess. Yeah, there is genuinely a child in this house called Princess. She was one of those beauty pageant toddlers. What have you discovered, Preston? What have you discovered? I know that boy has the genius trait, so I guess it makes sense that he would be the one to spend most of the time at the science lab table. No one's gone for the violin yet, and several of them do have creative aspirations and creative traits. We got our first mess of the day. This is like one of those David Attenborough documentaries where I feel like the first child to make a mess is like the one who's trying to assert dominance. So little Kayla here is obviously trying to become the leader of the house by asserting her dominance. Ultimate power move, be the first one to throw shit all over the floor. Will she stay in power though? That's the question. I guess we'll just have to observe the behaviour of the other kids and see if anyone else challenges her to be the dominant one. Only time will tell. This kid likes getting his exercise for the day. Look at the pain, the strain in his eyes. One thing I think is pretty cute is that these two are the same little girls, Susanna and Tabitha. They're the same girls that played in the doll's house together. I'm pretty sure, anyway. So they're forming a friendship. They quite like talking to each other. They choose to sit next to each other. Could this be the same? Could this be the first friendship of the group? Who knows? Although it looks like maybe they're having a bit of a word with each other right now. So maybe they were just trying each other on for size and perhaps they won't become friends. Oh, what are you drawing? You making Santa and his reindeer? It is meant to be Winterfest tomorrow, so these poor kids are going to spend Christmas with no presents, just each other. To be honest, though, I feel like if I were like a 10-year-old kid, this would be the perfect Christmas, just being in a house with loads of other kids. So quite a few of the kids have gone around mingling with each other. I noticed Preston has still kept himself to himself. He's been working on his little science experiments for quite some time now. Not really as social as the other kids. Oh, another child just walked through them. That's the Sims 4, I guess. Just walk straight through each other, sure. Oh, is this an alliance forming here, or is one of them declaring war? I deliberately gave them 2 identical bedrooms both with 5 beds. So, who knows, we might end up with the Lord of the Flies situation. I noticed that no one has taken the responsibility of doing anything about food. Guessing you guys are starting to get hungry. No, hunger's still doing good. Okay, fine. Oh, I think Esther is going to join Jared in making Christmas decorations. You did a very good job there, Jared. Do you want me to put them up? There we go. Beautiful. Princess is washing her hands. That's very good, Princess. You was raised right. I'm getting a bit concerned about Preston. The kids have been in this house for almost 5 hours now, and he just hasn't left the lab table. So we got Preston doing his little experiments, and then we have a couple of kids down here playing dolls and doing weird things with their limbs. Oh shit, did you see that, Kayla? You've got a challenger. It looks like we have someone else fighting to be head of the house. Guys, I'm not being funny, but I can really barely hear my own narration over the sound of your bickering. What are you going to do about that, Kayla? Shit, she's making 2 messes. Oh my god, you have been challenged. Well, it looks like Susanna is the new king of the castle. But will anyone challenge Susanna now? That's the main question. Then we have Peacemaker Tabitha over here cleaning up the mess. I mean, as we know, her and Susanna had a little bit of a bust-up earlier today. Anyone outside, I wonder? No, a bit too cold to play outside. Fair enough. We haven't had any dramatic outbursts as of yet. Oh, look at that! Kayla has fully wind her neck in. She's gone from trying to be the dominant one at first to now being the only one doing her homework. What a good example she's setting to the others. I wonder who will follow suit. Oh, is that Esther being the first child to enter the kitchen? I think so. You just gonna get yourself some snacks? Some peas? She's the first child in 6 hours to feed herself, and it looks like she started a trend. Because now the other kid is gonna go get some food too. And also, what a healthy choice that you went for peas and not just like crackers or biscuits. I wonder what he got. Did he get peas too? No, he went for crackers. Animal crackers, I think. Yeah, she's definitely started a trend. Now all the other kids are helping themselves. We got some cereal. We got a sandwich over here. Oh, that looks like peanut butter and jelly. God, it's all kicking off in this house. Just going crazy. And I noticed Esther washed up her plate. What's he going to do with it? Is he going to take it to the bathroom sink and wash it up? Yes, he is. These kids, man, raised right. They're raised right. What's Preston doing? He's not doing the experiments anymore. So where is he? Oh, he's going to go eat some cereal. Still can't help but notice that no other children have started doing their homework. Kayla is still very much engrossed in hers. These two are cracking some jokes. Hilarious. Well, Carly's finished her homework. Oh, Kayla, not Carly. And it looks like this kid's going to start some light reading. Also, I just noticed that my game sound was on really quiet up until now. I've turned it up, so you should be able to hear it. Apologies for the lack of game sound up until now. Oh, these two were having a scrap over their Barbie dolls, I guess. Are they even Barbies? What are they? They kind of remind me of the little me people from those Wii U games. Oh, this kid's taken her dolls on a special mission to Imagination Land. Are you guys actually playing Don't Wake the Llama? I noticed no one has actually been playing it. And I can see Princess over there trying out some science experiments. Pretty impressed. We've had a few arguments, but we haven't really had any real dramas yet. Although this kid here is happy from her joyful mean-spiritedness. Yeah, a few of them have the mean trait. This is probably my biggest beef with The Sims 4. So none of them have really improved or had any form of decline in their relationship with each other. And when you put Sims in a room, and we kind of found this with the adults as well, you put them in a room or a house full of things to do, and they just kind of go on a bit of a loop of like trying the same things, but ultimately there's no real storytelling. Like they haven't really progressed at all. They might gain the odd imagination skill, but ultimately nothing really changes. If you want Sims to have an argument with each other that goes any further than just a few crossed words, you have to orchestrate the whole thing. Whereas in The Sims 2, if you have two Sims that don't like each other, they'll just keep on being mean to each other until they become enemies, then they'll start fighting with each other. Equally, if you have two Sims that have somewhat of a romantic relationship with each other, if you leave them and just observe them, that relationship will develop on its own. It will either develop into being an awkward romance, or things will go really well and they'll autonomously decide to woohoo. I can't really remember many occasions where my Sims have autonomously decided to woohoo each other or autonomously started a fight with each other. And I think really that's what people mean when they say that the gameplay lacks depth. Obviously they're not all just standing around doing nothing. Well, some of them are. They are interacting with the objects, but it's just the same old loop of activities, you know. This kid, this is her third time playing with the doll's house. She kind of has her own little loop of activities. Play with the doll's house. If she's hungry, grab a sandwich, and then go back to one of these activities. I did think maybe more of them would do their homework than just the one, and I thought maybe more of them would read books. So far, I think we've only had one kid read a book. You alright there, buddy? Just standing there? Oh, I think someone might have a little bit of a crush. Oh, maybe not. Okay. This experiment wasn't actually inspired by the one I did with adults, by the way. The main reason why I decided to do this was because of a really old, well, I say really old, like 2002 documentary that was conducted by E4. That was like a social experiment. It was awful. It was a terrible idea. But they basically... You little shit. You little bitch. Look at that kid crying. You made him cry. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm kind of happy to have some drama in this house. Yeah, E4 did a documentary in the early 2000s where they had like a massive house and they put 10 boys in there, unsupervised, for a week. And they just had cameras around. It was basically like Big Brother, but more exploitative of children. And then they also did the same thing with girls as well. They just put 10 girls in a house. I think they were all aged, I want to say like 10 or 11. So that was what inspired this, but the documentary was a lot more entertaining. Those poor kids are probably, now that they're adults, they're probably all emotionally scarred. But it was quite interesting to see the difference between the boys and the girls, because the girls were just like putting on beauty, they like opened a beauty salon, they put on talent shows, and the boys just trashed the house. But you guys, I mean, you kind of trashed the house, sort of. But not really that much chaos has been had in this house. I wonder how this would have gone down if I did this in The Sims 2. Kids can't even repair dolls' houses, and the only adult they have is locked in a box room outside. So you guys are fucked now. You're not going to have a doll's house. It's been ruined. So I feel bad for this kid, though. This kid was the first one to cry, and he's still going. He is devastated. Is anyone going to console him? No one's putting their arm around him to be like, oh, don't worry, it's okay. Just act like he's not there. Well, at least you can play in your little tent. Look, you can still play with dolls. It's just a big giant doll's house. Oh, he's still pissed off. You can see it in his face. They seem to be crying by the doll's house and then walking away with a smile on their face to do another activity and then coming back, remembering the doll's house is broken and then crying again. Look, she's smiling now. She was just in tears. Now she's smiling, happy as Larry. Oh, shit. Well, I don't really know how well this is going to end for everyone, considering there's no front door. This actually might... Why is everyone just standing still? Guys, there's a fire. You just standing still. That fire is going to spread, probably. And there's no front door, so... Will The Sims 4 let the kids burn to death? I guess we'll find out. She's just standing there making an angry face while a fire rages around her. Yeah, the fire is definitely spreading. Okay, fine. I will bring the adult in here. Shit, I can't. Wait, what if I teleport him over here? Right, extinguish this fire. Because this kid isn't moving despite the fact that the fire is around her. She might die. We might have one Sim just burn to death. You haven't quite put the fire out yet. Okay, well done. The adult came in and saved the day. Right, you can go back to your little prison cell now. This is why kids need adult supervision. And the girl that was just almost burnt to a crisp, energized. Presents tomorrow. Oh, no, you did not get the memo, did you? You guys aren't having Christmas this year. This was your present, this experiment. So I guess now we just stand here. Princess, you really fucked up. Ruined it for everybody. This is why I can't give children nice things. Look at that doll's house. Look at the science lab. That's what you kids do. No one's gone to bed as well. And I haven't helped any of their needs. They're all hungry and tired. Yet most of them refuse to go to bed. We've got one kid in bed. I'm pretty sure that's Preston. Oh no, it's Princess. Anyone else going to go to bed? Or are we just going to stay up all night? Not one of them have had a bath either. So I guess we're all staying up all night. Staying up all night and eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. 2 kids, 1 fridge. I do enjoy doing these experiments, but I always find at some point I just get annoyed with the game. Just little things, you know, like when Sims walk inside each other. Like, why does it even allow them to do that? They should be like one doing a little dance or stepping aside and letting one of them pass. They're just little things that make such a difference. Well, we have 5 hours until the experiment ends. I personally don't think we'll see anything new. I think we'll see them routinely cry over the doll's house. I bet that's what she's going to do now. Yeah. See them routinely cry over the doll's house. Just do the same animations that they've been doing this whole time, probably. Maybe one of them will make a mess. Oh, we got another kid going to bed just as little Princess wakes up. I'm guessing from her walk she needs to pee. Yeah, I think she's going to go to the bathroom. Oh, it's Winterfest. And he's already over it. Well, so far we have 7 children in bed. So 7 of them at around 5 a.m. decided to finally call it a night. We've got the last 2 standing. One of them sitting in a tent staring to space. Oh, I think he's going to bed too. Is he also going to sleep in the tent? Or is he just going to stand there and watch his buddy sleep like a creep? No, I think he's gone to bed as well. Oh. Preston is a genius. Genius Sims are mainly focused for mental pursuits. And then Princess decided to start off her Christmas with a bowl of peas. Think we're all just a bit shaken up after what happened yesterday, aren't we, guys? You okay, Princess? You okay? You alright? Seem a little bit frozen in time there, Princess. Okay. Calm after the storm. Well, we're down to the final hour. Do any of you want to do anything interesting? Not gonna lie, this has been kind of boring. You'd think that a house full of kids would be more entertaining than a house full of adults, but because they just don't have any personality, really, it hasn't been the case. I just would quite like to see kids do weird things, you know, like, I don't know, hide under their duvet and build a fort, or have a pillow fight, or, you know, pick their nose, or throw toys, or just do something stupid. Start a food fight. I don't know. Play in the bathtub or something. Looks like right now everyone's just standing there. Just standing still, I guess. Yeah. Christmas has definitely not come early for me. Also, none of them have decided to take a bath, and now we're on water shut-off day, so you guys are going to smell pretty bad by the end of the day. Luckily, though, this is where we leave you. Thanks for letting us observe you for 24 hours. Enjoy the rest of your lives. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. You know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.